If you think cruise lines are all about pampering guests and endless buffets, think again. Behind the smiles, there are secrets, hacks that savvy passengers use to outsmart the system. And let me tell you, crew members secretly hate when you do these because every single one chips away at the money cruise lines are trying to squeeze out of you. Today, I'm going to expose 11 powerful cruise hacks that can save you thousands of dollars but also put you on the cruise radar. Most passengers have no idea these tricks exist. Some are so effective that cruise staff would rather you never hear them. So, let's dive straight in. Hack number 1. Bringing your own alcohol on board. The smuggler's trick. Cruise lines make an absolute fortune on drinks. A cocktail that costs them maybe $2 to make. You'll pay anywhere from $12 to $18. Multiply that over a week-long trip and you're suddenly looking at hundreds, sometimes even over 1,000, just for drinks. Now, here's the secret. Passengers have been sneaking alcohol on board for years. Rum runners disguised as shampoo bottles, collapsible flasks hidden in luggage, even sealing mini bottles inside clothing. Crew members are trained to spot it, and they hate when they miss one, because every smuggled bottle means lost revenue for the cruise line. But here's the twist: most passengers don't know that certain lines allow you to bring a bottle or two of wine on board legally. If you combine that with clever smuggling hacks, you can cut your bar tab in half, or eliminate it altogether. Just imagine sipping your favorite rum and coke on your balcony, knowing you paid a fraction of what everyone else did. But before you get too comfortable, remember this. If security catches you, your booze is confiscated immediately. Still, thousands of cruisers quietly succeed, and it drives the crew crazy. Hack number 2. Skipping the official shore excursions. Here's another dirty little secret. Those shore excursions the cruise line sells marked up sometimes by 200% or more. That exclusive snorkeling trip that costs you $150 per person. The local vendor at the dock might charge just $50 for the same exact experience. Crew members hate when passengers figure this out. Why? Because cruise lines get huge commissions from those tours, and staff are trained to push them hard. Some crew even earn bonuses based on passenger bookings. When you skip the official excursion desk and book directly with locals, you're taking money right out of the cruise line's pocket. The kicker is, in many ports, the local companies know the ship's schedules down to the minute. They'll guarantee to get you back before the ship leaves. It's in their best interest. You not making it back would ruin their reputation instantly. Imagine paying half the price for the same jungle zipline adventure, while the couple next to you on the shuttle bus shelled out double because they booked on board. That's the kind of insider win that makes crew grit their teeth, because they know you just saved hundreds. Hack number 3. Beating the Wi-Fi ripoff. Let's be honest. Cruise ship Wi-Fi is daylight robbery. You'll see packages charging $15 to $25 per day for internet that's slower than dial-up. And if you want streaming, forget it. Cruise lines use internet packages as one of their biggest profit machines, but savvy passengers have figured out workarounds. Some use offline messaging apps that connect through Wi-Fi without a package. Others buy a single package, then quietly share the login across multiple devices, even though crew insists it's one device only. Then there are those who wait until the ship docks, walk into a cafe in port, and get blazing fast internet for the price of one coffee. Crew members hate this because internet sales are tracked closely. Ships make millions each year from passengers desperate to stay connected. Every time you bypass their system, whether by splitting one login across your family or skipping the package altogether, you're cutting into a goldmine of revenue. And here's the secret no one tells you. Sometimes the crew themselves use the same hacks. They know how bad the Wi-Fi is, and many of them sneak onto local networks the moment the ship docks. That's just the beginning, but trust me, the next hacks go even deeper. If you thought sneaking booze and dodging overpriced excursions were clever, wait until you hear how some passengers game the entire dining system and even cheat their way into luxury perks without paying a dime. Hack number 4. Outsmarting the drink package rules. Now, if you thought sneaking alcohol was bold, this next hack is even more cunning. Drink packages are one of the cruise line's biggest upsells. They'll pressure you with lines like, "You'll save money if you drink just 5 cocktails a day." But here's the catch. These packages often cost hundreds per person per week, and cruise lines require every adult in the same cabin to buy it, no exceptions. That's how they trap couples into paying double, even if only one person drinks heavily. But seasoned cruisers found a way around it. Some couples agree that only one person buys the package. Then, they quietly share drinks throughout the trip, ordering a cocktail, handing it over to their partner, and simply rotating orders to avoid suspicion. Bartenders know it happens, and they hate it. Why? Because the cruise line loses double the revenue they banked on, and staff can get reprimanded if caught turning a blind eye. Others push the hack even further. They'll order the most expensive cocktails included in the package, then water them down to stretch into 2. A sneaky move, sure, but over a 7-night cruise, this can save you hundreds, and nothing irritates crew more than realizing you beat a system designed to drain your wallet. Hack number 5. Free fine dining without paying a cent. Cruise lines make a fortune on specialty restaurant steakhouses, sushi bars, French bistros, all designed to lure you away from the included dining room. But here's a secret. Many passengers never pay for these exclusive experiences. One of the most common hacks: attending free sampling events on embarkation day. Specialty venues often give away tastings to attract bookings, shrimp cocktails, sushi rolls, or even mini fillets. Some passengers hop from one event to the next, effectively enjoying a full gourmet meal without ever opening their wallets. Then there's the birthday or anniversary trick. If you casually mention to a mod or D that you're celebrating something special, you might get comped, a premium dessert or even a complimentary dinner for two. Crew know this, and they secretly groan when they hear, "It's my wife's birthday today," because they know you're probably fishing for freebies. Another sneaky hack: complaining politely but firmly about an issue with your main dining room meal. Cruise lines pride themselves on service recovery, and sometimes, to make up for a bad experience, they'll offer you a complimentary dinner at a specialty venue. Smart travelers are out there scoring a free meal worth $50 to $100, while others are just shelling out cash. How cool is that? Hack number 6. Sneaking into VIP areas you didn't pay for. This one really gets under crew members' skin, because it exposes the hierarchy on board. Cruise lines love upselling exclusive experiences, priority seating, at shows, private lounges, or special sun decks. These perks often cost hundreds, either as part of a suite package or through special passes. But clever passengers have discovered loopholes. Some simply wander confidently into VIP sections, acting like they belong. Staff are trained not to confront guests aggressively, so unless your keycard is checked, you can slip by unnoticed. Others wait until the crew is distracted, then quietly blend into the area. One of the boldest hacks: attending suite-only cocktail hours. If you dress sharply and walk in with confidence, you might snag free champagne and hors d'oeuvres that were never meant for you. Crew notice it, and they hate when they can't call you out without risking an embarrassing scene in front of other guests. And the savings? Huge. These VIP perks often cost $300 to $500 per couple for the week. Pull this hack off, and you're enjoying luxury without the price tag. But be warned, if you're caught, staff can and will escort you out, and you might end up with a permanent mark on your guest record. And here's the thing: those hacks alone could save you thousands, but the next few go after some of the cruise line's most sacred cash cows: photos, onboard shopping, and even spa treatments. And once you know these tricks, you'll never look at your cruise the same way again. Hack number 7. Dodging the overpriced photo packages. You know those photographers that swarm you the moment you step on the ship, smiling at embarkation, snapping candid shots at dinner, chasing you on the pool deck. Those photos aren't just for fun, they're one of the cruise line's most profitable side hustles. A single framed photo can cost $20, $30, and full photo packages climb into the hundreds. But seasoned cruisers have figured out how to beat this. Some simply take pictures of the printed photos on display. It sounds ridiculous, but with today's phone cameras, one quick snap can give you a perfectly usable copy of that professional shot without spending a dime. Others use their own cameras to replicate the same poses in the same locations, essentially copying the photographer's setup. Even savvier, wait until the final night. Often, photo staff start discounting leftover prints just to move product. A package that was $200 on day 2 might drop to $75 on day 7. Crew hate this because they lose commission if you wait out the price. And trust me, nothing frustrates them more than watching a family walk away with 50 stolen digital copies on their phones, while their sales numbers plummet. Bottom line, cruise photos are a money trap. Play it smart, and you can capture every memory for free or pennies, while everyone else shells out hundreds. Hack number 8. Outsmarting the onboard shopping gimmicks. Every cruise has that shopping expert who runs seminars, promising insider tips on where to buy duty-free jewelry, watches, or liquor in port. But here's the truth: those seminars are carefully scripted marketing pitches, and the cruise line takes a commission on every purchase you make from their recommended stores. Passengers who know better skip the show entirely and head straight into town. Local shops often offer better prices, and many will haggle a concept that doesn't exist in the glossy duty-free boutiques partnered with the ship. Crew hate this because every dollar you spend ashore without their cut is money lost. Even on board, there are hacks. Jewelry stores on ships often run one-day-only flash sales, but veteran cruisers know these repeat later in the week. Wait, and you'll see the same exclusive discount resurface, sometimes even cheaper. Others browse in person, then order the exact same products online later for far less. The result: you save hundreds, maybe even thousands, by refusing to fall for the staged shopping hype. And while the staff smiled through gritted teeth, they know you just outplayed one of their most lucrative schemes. Hack number 9. Beating the spa and wellness ripoff. Here's a secret most first-time cruisers never realize: The spa is one of the biggest moneymakers on board. A 60-minute massage can run you $150 to $200 often before the tip, and the therapists are trained to upsell you expensive products afterward, sometimes adding hundreds more to your bill. But there are ways around it. Smart passengers book spa treatments on port days when demand is lower. Prices often drop 30 to 40% just to fill empty slots. Others wait for last-minute deals announced in the daily newsletter discounts that first-timers never notice. Then there's the bold hack: using the spa facilities without paying. Many ships have thermal suites with saunas, heated loungers, and hydrotherapy pools. While technically reserved for paying guests, some passengers slip in when attendants are distracted or use a friend's access band. Crew hate this because spa revenue is tracked obsessively, and when guests sneak in, it undercuts one of their most profitable departments. And here's the kicker: many of these spa staff work on commission, so when you skip the upseller, avoid the treatment entirely, you're taking money straight from their paycheck. No wonder they groan when savvy cruisers refuse to play along. At this point, you've learned how to dodge overpriced drinks, photos, shopping, and spa bills. But the last two hacks might be the boldest of them all. Ones that can score you cabin upgrades and onboard credit without spending an extra penny. Hack number 10. Scoring free or heavily discounted cabin upgrades. One of the biggest status symbols at sea is your cabin. Cruise lines charge thousands extra for suites, balconies, and ocean views. But here's what most passengers don't realize: upgrades aren't always sold. Sometimes, they're given away. Here's how the hack works. If you book the cheapest interior room, you've got leverage. A few days before sailing, cruise lines often email upgrade offers at a fraction of the cost. Like $200 to jump from an inside room to a balcony that normally costs $1,200 more. Veterans know to wait and pounce on these deals. But it goes deeper. Some cruisers politely ask at the check-in desk if any upgrades are available, especially if the ship isn't full. Others file subtle complaints about their current room, like noisy neighbors or plumbing issues, and occasionally get moved, free of charge, to a higher category. Crew members hate this because it undermines the tiered system designed to squeeze every dollar. When you're lounging on your balcony for pennies on the dollar, they know you gamed the system and won. The savings, monumental. We're talking thousands of dollars in value, all because you played the timing game better than everyone else. Hack number 11. Turning complaints into free perks and onboard credit. This one is controversial, and it's the hack crew members despise the most. Cruise lines pride themselves on guest satisfaction, and to protect their reputation, they often hand out perks whenever a passenger voices a serious complaint. Smart cruisers know how to do this without crossing into outright dishonesty. For example, if your air conditioning isn't working properly, or your dining service is unusually slow, politely but firmly bring it up to guest services. Many times, you'll be offered a bottle of wine, a specialty dining voucher, or even onboard credit as compensation. The most extreme cases. Some passengers escalate complaints directly to corporate after the cruise, documenting every issue with photos and receipts. The result can be hundreds of dollars in future cruise credit. Crew hate this hack because they see the same savvy passengers working the system over and over, walking away with freebies while everyone else pays full price. Is it sneaky? Absolutely. But when used fairly only, when real issues arise, can turn a frustrating situation into hundreds of dollars saved. So, there you have it. 11 cruise hacks that can save you thousands, but also make you the kind of passenger crew members secretly can't stand. From smuggling booze to snagging free upgrades. These tricks prove one thing: cruise lines aren't built for your convenience. They're built for profit. The real insiders know the game, and once you see behind the curtain, you'll never cruise the same way again. But remember this: every hack comes with a risk. Get too greedy, and you could end up embarrassed, escorted out, or even banned from the line altogether. The smartest cruisers. They use these tricks carefully, balancing savings with discretion. So, the next time you set sail, ask yourself, are you going to play by the cruise line's rules, or beat them at their own game?